We are the full podcast, the most compressed podcast in the world. My name's George, aka Gnturo.
Matt, aka Lorentin.
And Mr. Gia, aka Mannslam.
Mr. Who gave you that title?
We're your hosts. We're your hosts for today. Don't talk over me, please. Thank you.
Damn, I got dark again. I got dark again.
You the host. Hold up. I don't think you the host.
No,
we're the host. I said we're the host. I specified.
Okay.
Hold up, it just went blurry again.
Blurry.
But yeah, we're the most compressed podcast in the world. We talk about anything and everything we want to.
With a bit of a.
Yeah, and take everything we say with a grain of salt. It might not be
Or don't, you know.
Or don't. Yeah.
Flame us in the comments. Whatever you want.
Flame us in the comments. Give us suggestions on what to talk about. What you think is interesting.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to get
We'll speak about it.
I wouldn't want to get canceled first episode though. That's not something I want to do.
Yeah. We're not gonna get canceled regardless. We're the most.
I don't know,
podcast
man.
in the
I don't know. Like the words is split up. Like
Yeah,
know.
Gia might say some out of pocket things. And like...
It'll probably be edited out post because we. All right.
No, Gia. But yeah, we just want to talk about anything and everything. We're gamers at the end of the day, so this might be towards more gaming sided than anything.
Yeah, take
If you
the.
want us to talk about anything, just leave that shit in the comments below, and let's just jump right into it. So what do you guys want to talk about today?
Definitely, yo, I'm telling you, we gotta start on the gaming scene, bro.
Are you still fixing your screen?
Yeah, I am.
Bro,
Did you guys, bro? I look what happens if I do that. Look.
you should have fixed it before, bro. Just stop. It's fine how it is. Get yourself a ring light like me, baby.
Yeah, no, I definitely should have.
Fix the problem later.
I definitely should have. I have a ring light. It's the camera, but it's this size, so it doesn't.
I mean, it'll work out. You just need it in front of you. I just stole this shit from my sister.
That's
Nice.
some makeup, like.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah, some makeup shit.
I think
on TikTok.
Yeah.
But it's big brain as fuck.
I'd have to borrow mine, and it's in one of those beauty stands. So unless you want to bring, you want me to bring the entire
man.
thing.
Shout out to dude in a room. Taught me about 3-point lighting. You need lighting from all angles to give you that dimension in your face.
Yes. Or natural light, but this is a box. And, yo, later on,
All our rooms are.
no. Mine is the dead. Yo, in a bit, I'll take the background off.
What?
Alright.
This background's fire.
It is. What is this even?
Now let's get into the gaming industry. How do we feel about it to start off?
I mean, I feel like we have a good. We can't really talk. I mean, we can talk shit, but for the most part, we still play the games, so it's kind of hard to talk.
But like,
I don't think the industry's a problem. Is the player community-wise problem?
you think there's?
Whoa, hold up. That's a hot take in itself. I definitely think the devs for some video games have issues, especially like bigger games.
Oh, boy.
Yo, don't say Blizzard, my guy.
I mean,
That's no, for real.
Blizzard has the biggest dev problem.
Well,
That is true.
Amazon.
Oh, Amazon, bro. That has to be a whole other podcast in and of itself, bro. Because the New World, I stand by him, bro. That game.
I just have a feeling games aren't as entertaining as they are. Like we
What?
play a lot. We play a lot of games.
No, probably because you get
No,
taste of
no.
like so many games
No.
that you just don't find it interesting.
But it's just like I don't feel like there's that many good games rolling out. I feel like there's no longevity.
For sure, 100%. I feel like if they're not esports titles, that
No, but I still found a lot of games interesting, like
Yeah,
solo
'cause-
player wise.
Some solo games are good, but I
what
feel
like
I
indie
feel like
games.
there's- No. Like indie games, storytelling games, like
Yeah.
Elden Ring. But I feel like a lot of games coming out nowadays don't have a lot of replayability for them.
I don't think it just doesn't fit your preferences.
No,
It's not that it's have the
the thing is, I like playing everything at the end of the day.
That's cat.
Like I would play Elden Ring, but I don't have $60 to drop on Elden Ring.
True. Okay, I do think.
So it's like
I think games like Elden Ring can't be free because there's no
yeah, obviously.
right. Like story mode game. I understand story mode games costing money. That's a separate thing. Honestly, I think I'm okay with how though, cause you can't get toxic. Like the
But how many titles have come out like in the last couple of years where you could be like, yeah, this game's the shit. Like I feel like Elden
Not really. Most of them have
Ring has probably been like the highest game in a minute. Like just people playing it over and over and over and over.
And the
again, even though it's
media.
a solo player, yeah.
Yeah.
But even then, it died out pretty fast. If you think about it,
because
like
the story game.
Because people at stop, they finished it.
But even YouTube, like I feel like people played it for a month and then it's like, all right.
Yeah, same thing.
Story game.
Didn't the same thing happen with like Genshin? Like people were pretty into that game and then it just dropped.
But the thing is, Genshin still has that.
Oh no, yeah. It's got
community that goes back to.
And it also has longevity. Like it'll keep.
Yeah, it updates all the time.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, some multiplayer. Like
MMOs are probably the worst. Like, not
game right now.
Well, it's not only that, but it's just poorly marketed. Of course.
So many people are going back to World of Warcraft because there's just nothing.
Yeah, World of Warcraft.
There's nothing else to play.
And FF14.
Final Fantasy.
Yeah, Final Fantasy and
Final Fantasy 14. Yeah, that's also a good one.
Final Fantasy 14, World of Warcraft, definitely not Guild Wars. Guild Wars 2 is not. I mean, it's okay. It definitely has a lot of updates, but those games are just not. People are so like starved of MMOs that every time one comes out, they've got this whole, they've got multiple videos coming out on YouTube like, is this gonna be the new game? People are hyping it up. It comes out, it busts, New World, and it just and then nothing happens with it.
No, I think it's the audience expectation is too high.
Yeah, of course, because people want a new game.
Exactly, when your expectation is too high, your disappointment also high.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
That's true, but
like there's a little detail thing that doesn't met your expectation, you're just gonna have a huge disappointment.
But don't you feel if a game's been in development for so many years that it should meet a certain standard?
Yo,
do you know how many years there are?
Well, no, that's public information. I know a lot of games that have. Bro, there's this. I'd have to search it up.
The way that they say is that they say it. They didn't prove it. They didn't say like they could just make up a trailer and just say bullshit. We've been working on this. Like maybe they haven't even started yet.
But like Cyberpunk, for example, was like a game that was in development for like what 5-6 years, and then when it came out, it was still unfinished.
Well,
that game just tanked. Like,
bro,
I mean,
you say your expectations high, but like, give us a finished game at least.
That's what I. Wait, which one?
Cyberpunk.
Oh. Yeah, but that's an example of a game that had so much hype. And the devs, I don't know if they were rushed or something, but how are you
rushed? 5-6 years to
no,
get a game?
And then you have all these bugs, bro. No, that there had no, but the flop came with there was no satisfaction with how the game turned out in its physical state, right? Because the game's concept was nice and everything. It kind of felt like a mix of like GTA and.
I mean, right now
like
the
Destiny.
biggest hype is the Harry Potter game. What's just gonna come out as a flap too?
Oh yeah.
That's the thing. It's like you can expect a flop.
But look at the Elden Ring though. On the other side,
Elden Ring. But you know what's funny? Before Elden Ring has the same. What's that new game coming out? Something of Ashes, Creations of Ashes or something.
Mm-hmm.
Something similar to that, and it had as much hype as Elden Ring. Like I heard about it similar, at a similar time.
Is it like a soul game?
No, I think it's called Creations of Ash. Oh no, Ashes of Creation. Yeah, it's an MMORPG. But basically, it's supposed to have like the hype that the hype that Elden Ring had. It's getting talked about, and that's the issue. If it gets talked about too much, I mean, I think they're taking their time, so we at least have that going for it. But honestly, it's looking like the next New World, so we'll see how it goes.
Do you think open world's a problem?
I don't think open world's I think open world is maybe what I want. That's what I wanted off of Genshin. That's what I thought Genshin was.
I feel like that's what everyone wants at the end of the day.
People, yeah, man. People.
Now we're in such a state of gaming where every game, for the most part, has like an open world aspect. Even Pokemon.
No, but I'm still looking for like a.
Do you prefer like solo games?
I'm not like a big fan of like open world like MMO stuff. Like I do know and I do play, but not a huge fan.
But do you enjoy like solo player games, or do you enjoy? Okay.
A lot.
That's the
like,
difference. I probably
I
wouldn't
enjoy
say that.
a lot of PS4. Like have like a PS5. Like PS series have a lot of exclusive.
That's
solo
another
play games.
thing.
That's why I bought PS2. That's the reason why. And then like Elden Ring, which is a great solo play game. Like Horizon recent come out. A lot of this game compared to like let's just say the Call of Duty, isn't they came out the latest one to a few days ago?
Yeah, I was gonna go off of that a little
Didn't
bit.
It get announced like Modern Warfare 2 is coming out October.
Yes, and then isn't that a multiplayer, and it also become almost gonna be like a battle royale?
Yeah, but I was gonna talk about that exact same issue because I've heard, you know what the problem also with games? Oh, well, not the majority of them. No, well, besides it being copy and paste, I want to ask you something. What do you think is the foundation for what most people like, end up, playing, and like platform wise? What do you think people are playing more, PC or console?
It really depends.
What it does it, bro? Most people.
It does region wise.
Entry level gaming is just console. Like that.
Even I think now it hasn't. It's like
lost. On phone. It's on phone.
Oh yeah, mobile. That is true, but that's even worse. That's what. Well,
entry level is on phone.
Entry level, yes, you're right. Other countries are specifically, yeah.
Some people's entry video game is Valorant. Like
no.
What?
No, Clash of Clans, bro.
No, that's that's definitely like a hot take. A Valorant.
Yeah.
I think it's COD. I think it's Call of Duty.
Like, when did we start playing CS:GO? When we were like.
Yeah, but you have to understand, we've always played PC games. Most people, like every time I go to like schools or like anywhere, all I see bro, it's Clash Royale. People playing Clash Royale, maybe Clash of Clans, or talking about COD in whatever format.
To like the games that are really popular, like,
but it's
not just specifically like in order wise, but like Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Valorant.
Yeah, but Valorant,
like those really popular game is the entry level. That's what we're saying.
I think it's entry level for people that have PCs, but what do you think? What do you think is more? It's clear what's more expensive, a PC or a console. It's definitely a PC. So people like no one's asking their mom and dad to buy them a PC. Everyone's hey, buy me an Xbox, buy me a PS5 or a PlayStation.
I mean, don't you think that's changing though? I feel like
I don't think it is.
I think.
Well, I definitely think a lot more people are buying computers for sure, PCs, and building them and stuff. But I still think for like the average 12, 11-year-old that's getting into gaming these days, or maybe even younger, they're playing stuff like Five Nights at Freddy's. Like, we're talking like weird. Fortnite is just still big. Yeah, Minecraft, Roblox, all these like weird titles, and that's really what.
I still don't even think a lot of kids are going like the Xbox PS route. Like, I think there's still a market for it.
Well, their parents are buying it for them. So like,
not even the parent buying for it, the parent himself playing it.
Yeah, that's also the thing. Dude, I've seen a lot of dads that'll get on like those like sports games, like like. I mean,
we've played with a lot of dads.
Like, yeah, I know, like but like they usually play like wrestling titles or like
But I feel like that's more like a casual, like someone who's just a casual.
But I think.
Like, there's people that only play 2K year round.
True,
they don't really explore anything.
But that's the thing. Imagine the transition, like from playing COD every day to getting introduced to like Valorant or League, which is even.
That's kind of what happened with Cruz, right?
True.
The second he started using his computer, and he didn't even have a gaming computer at the time.
But you were there to introduce it to him. But it
wasn't just me. Like, I feel like a lot of his friends migrated over.
I guess.
But I feel like, but when we started off, it's usually console then the PC.
Yeah, that is true, bro. The thing is, I think the only exception was me. I don't know about you guys, because I know for sure, like, I know George and like Brian and all those people. We ended up playing like at his house when we were kids, and it was, bro. I barely put my input because I didn't know how to hold a controller, and to this day I don't know like how to use a controller that well.
Because game always came out on the console first, like Game Boy.
Exactly.
It's on console.
Right.
Like,
Exactly.
Game is not out until like really late. That's why console is the.
But that's why I think so many people are transitioning, because you don't even need that like good of a computer with specs.
That is true. That's
Exactly.
something
PC
that's
has more
for
games
sure.
Too. Like you can like
You could
sometimes
play anything
exactly.
that's on the console. You could play on the fucking computer now.
Like I had an Xbox
Like,
once.
I think a lot of people are like kind of skipping that phase of like console gaming.
Honestly, I prefer them skipping
it's
it
what Gia
because it's
said.
just not worth it.
Yeah,
I honestly go
It's like
for it.
what Gia said. It's like people start at phones, entry level, but who does like most people have a computer in their house
True,
nowadays.
but I think Gia is also talking about how there's a really big market for mobile games, like internet, like outside of the U.S. Like if you see China's like,
Gia said in China.
oh bro,
like,
everyone should know that they have interviews like Vice interviews on like this wave of mobile games that have just all those ads you see of like the actors acting out like
yo, that shit's so
it's so bad.
So many of those on
It's so bad. Horrible voice acting. It's
What's
just
the point of hiring actors
because
voicing over them? Like,
bro, you're appealing to like a small like clique
But
of
the thing
like
is,
individuals.
The way that console player, like not console player, but console company to maintain their money profit is to make exclusive game.
That's true. They also do exclusive
So,
games, and then
what happened is forcing like player like me that would like solo game have to buy a console and then. But when we talk about
isn't that kind of changing though?
no, not yet, because remember, like for example, I don't know Xbox game exclusive, but I know PS exclusive game pretty well. Like the zombie game,
Mm-hmm.
The Last of Us, is
Mhm.
exclusive. It's not on PC.
Mm-hmm.
Horizon is not on PC. It's on the PS. Those games that really pop off, they don't want to shift it everything to PC together, like cross platform. Because if you can see a lot of Sony game that do like publish it on Steam and stuff, but they don't just make it exclusive because they still want it to make profit, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the only way to maintain that console profit is to make the game exclusive.
Yeah, of course. But what's that integration of? I forgot what it's called. What like the PlayStation Now thing, or like you know how you can play like PlayStation titles on PC through the app?
Yeah, but that's a Steam app. That's what I'm saying.
No. I'm talking about the app where you download from the PlayStation website.
Like it's called PS
Now,
right?
It's like a screen share.
There's there's like the Xbox version, right?
Xbox has it.
Isn't it called Xbox Pass? Like isn't the Xbox Pass
It's not
like
even Game Pass. I remember back when I used to have my Xbox plugged in, I could just do this thing where I screen share whatever's on my Xbox
Oh.
my PC, and then I could just play it through here without having
I
to
guess
flip
that
my TV.
I guess that makes more sense.
That's what I used to do.
Yeah. I
Windows is cooperating with.
But honestly, I just
I
don't.
feel like companies are moving in that direction. Even PS4, or PS5 or PS4, Sony, whatever,
Mhm.
like they have a thing where if your controller is plugged into your computer, you press the like home button on your controller, it'll take you straight to Steam.
Mm.
So it's like Sony's working with Steam, Microsoft is working with its own computers to bring.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Switch too, like game on like exclusive Pokemon game. You don't see it on fucking PC.
Yeah,
But I feel like that's Nintendo. PS4.
It's still a console.
Yeah, but Sony and Microsoft are like gearing like towards computers more. Like you can buy the Game Pass right now on your Microsoft store.
that is true. They kind of have to be, especially Xbox, like Microsoft,
Like the Nintendo Switch, what is the highest selling console to this date, and it's still going, but you can only play those games there. Like they don't have any way for you to ever get it on the computer except emulation.
They also don't work that well.
But you can't emulate every game.
Mm.
Like you can't play X and Y.
I don't know, because I feel like people still into the controller feeling.
Yeah.
That's also true. Like a lot of people grew up with it, so it's understandable.
Yeah.
I didn't. I couldn't put my
people would
input.
still play console.
and then it's cheaper, and you get a better graphic too.
That's what I was gonna say. The pros of console is that it is a very low entry level. You know, for like budget wise, like you can buy a PS5 where, you know, within your budget compared to a computer. If you want the same graphics and intensity of a PS5 on a computer, you might have to drop a couple hundred, way more than a PS5. And so that's where I understand the difference. Plus, you know, you can also do the same things. You can watch YouTube. You can technically like surf the web on the on PS5s now and stuff. So I understand those things, but there's just way too many things you can do on an actual like Microsoft. We're not even gonna talk about OS. We're not gonna talk about Apple or iOS. But there's so many things you can do on a Microsoft computer or Windows computer that you just can't do on a PS5. Like besides just simple web browsing, like there's just too much.
But spec for spec, can I just buy a $500 PC?
You can. You probably or a laptop for sure. No, there's definitely I definitely think you know what the issue is. You know what the issue is? Consoles have one. There's no PS5 version 2.5.
A console's just a walking computer for gaming. Well, no,
it's more. It's primarily for gaming. People buy computers for everything.
It's an entertainment system now. It's like you can.
I get that. No, for sure. But you could like imagine a new player, just somebody that wants to get into gaming in general. How easy would it be for him to get recommended a PS5 versus going through a catalog of computers and options on like Amazon? Like that's pretty overwhelming. I've seen the market on just Amazon, just as an example of laptops. 4,000 results come up, and I'm like, I don't know what the, you know, I don't know what you choose.
I get that, but I feel like kids are smarter nowadays.
Yeah, but how smart can they be to?
I mean, bro, have you seen those kids that have popped Fortnite on their school computers?
Oh yeah, but they're also not gonna buy the same model.
Yeah, obviously, but like most kids have like a computer. Like I would say, like most kids, if they're
most parents.
Yeah, most parents.
And then usually like the home computer.
Back then, how the hell? None of us have.
Bro, no, actually.
Back then, I was running a 2002 Microsoft XP.
But that's what I'm saying.
Back then, I was running like Game Boy, bro. Like what?
Nah. That's the thing. But besides a Nintendo Switch, or sorry, a Nintendo like the 3DS that I actually had, I only had an Xbox once in my life, and I had horrible experience with the Xbox. The first day I turned it on, remember that red death circle, the red death circle that the Xbox would have? Oh, yeah. I literally got that the day. Bro, my parents, it was Christmas morning. I unwrapped it. I was like, oh my god, I finally have an Xbox. I can fit in. I go to open it. I turn it on, and my first game was Skylanders. Okay, so I plug it in. Boom, Sonic. First 4 hours playing, I see the red ring, and I'm like, oh, what's this? I searched it up. It's basically dead. There's no form of getting that back. And then we ended up switching it, and I got the black version because that only happened on the white models, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So I ended up getting I ended up getting the black model instead, and that worked fine. But I don't even remember what happened to the Xbox. Somewhere along the line, I just stopped playing. I was on my Toshiba.
Like going up.
Yeah, dude.
People easier to assess, like easier.
Club Penguin, like, bro. Introduction of.
No, it's not like. Kids nowadays so easy to access to PC, like computer wise, like phone wise, like compared to back then we barely have a phone, stuff like that. So it just feel like if you're saying we're shifting to PC, I agree on that. But when you say console losing, I don't think so.
I definitely don't think so.
I think console is losing out big if you're not Nintendo.
I don't think so.
I definitely don't think it's as big as before. Maybe
I think it's just the rollouts of the PS5 and the Xbox Series X. Is that what the new one's called?
Something like
that.
I think they shot themselves in the foot doing the thing where they didn't manufacture enough products for like their first day sales. because I think resellers really fucked up the market for consoles.
Like,
Why do I have to wait in a queue to get like a PS5? It's not like I'm buying a shoe or anything.
You think that
I remember I was hyped for the PS5. Like I wanted one really fucking bad, and the harder it was to get, like I just that interest level until there was nothing.
But the thing is still like I'm not saying the harder to get, but we're just saying general wise. If we say nothing happened at all, like like console still not losing.
It's definitely not losing its value as much, but like normally there's like a 5-year period before a console gets like an upgrade to like
that's exactly what I was gonna talk about. The fact that computers are upgradable and like more, you can have more customization, but you can have more. But still, like a graphics card, like a decent one, could last you years. Once the new PS6 comes out, but that's also the thing. Once the new PS6 comes out, or whatever is next, PS5 is obsolete. And not only is it obsolete, all the games that came with it, because they're not gonna keep making games for PS5.
No, but a lot of games or a lot of consoles are doing that backwards compatibility.
Exactly.
So it's like you could play your old games.
Okay, that fixes that issue. But still, people, you go to school and you're like, oh, did you get the new PS5? Of course, bro. Who wants a PS4 anymore? That's also the thing. No one's really talking about that with Windows computers. No one's like, oh, and maybe with the graphics card, but no one's like, oh yeah, man, I just got the new Dell model or like the new Alienware. Like most people just care about specs, and it's kind of just that. Also,
put your specs too on your.
How long do you think it's gonna be till we get like the better PS5? Because they released like the slimmer model, but I know they like
don't they do that like yearly though? Or
no?
They also they make smaller models. They redo their old models. They do shit like that. But
yeah, it's like iPhones. Like you don't buy iPhones because they're.
I mean, yeah, you don't buy iPhones because like you need one sometimes,
or because they're inherently better. It's just you see a bigger number, you're like, well, I gotta get that one. Especially for the hardcore like fanatics, they're like, yo, you got the iPhone 13? Yo, the iPhone 14 does the exact same thing, but it's called the iPhone 14. That's just how it works.
Yeah, but like those things in terms, since they keep releasing so often, and there's like there's almost a necessity to have a phone in this day and age.
No, for sure. And the mobile market, it's like Gia said.
It doesn't come out like every yearly base.
Like, I know.
Fucking.
But Gia was right.
Version of it.
But it's like, how much longer do you think that can go? Where they just keep doing consoles? Because even their exclusives, like I've seen Horizon clips and gameplay, but I see more mockery of the exclusive than people actually enjoying the game.
I've seen
there's clips of just the girl, like the main character of Horizon, and how fucked her hair like is. To like it's not even human. It's like the hair acts on its own and it moves really weird.
I've seen I wrote this down earlier, but there's another thing There's another thing. It's like safety within, like I'm talking about kids right now, but like the safety of consoles versus, because bro, you get a PC. I don't know what you guys were doing. I don't know what you. Okay, no, that's the thing. I'm saying parents are probably more likely to buy them a PS5 or an Xbox than a computer that they know they could.
You have a parental thing. I don't know if you know.
Yeah, but with computers, no, understandable. But like that, it's a lot harder. Like imagine doing not illegal stuff, but doing very sus things on a console versus a. First of all, also consoles most of the time they're put up, especially within kids, they're put up like in your living room where your biggest TV is at. So there's a level of privacy that isn't attained. Versus,
I think a lot of kids also just play in their rooms.
True. Okay, that's fine. That's valid. That's valid.
Exactly. How easy.
But it's still
to those things is.
That's valid, but it is a little different.
And it's not like the internet is gone when you get a console, motherfucker. You can look up porn
on your phone.
No, I'm not saying that you can't do that, but I'm thinking. Yeah, but I'm thinking about.
Porn video on your screen.
But I'm thinking about what you were doing. Okay, but I'm thinking about what you were doing. Like, at 13, bro, I was surfing Omegle like every every day, and it wasn't, bro. There were some really like bad people.
But some of us were taught stranger danger, my boy. I've
The
gone
thing is,
one time.
you what?
And then
As
we're
a-
gonna Omigo.
As a
And then
kid,
we're gonna
as a kid,
Omigo.
I got on Omegle one time, straight
You
fucking with
you know
people.
what's
I would
funny?
get under my bed sheets and I would start acting like a ghost.
You know what's funny? You were never. I don't think you were introduced to this because I remember vaguely it was me, Juan, and then some other people, but I can't remember who it was. And I'm sure Juan could tell you who it was because I just forgot. But there was a time period. You know Kick, right? The old like
Yeah.
did. So back in the day, we were like in that stuff. Like we would go on Omegle, like just at our Kick, right? Just put at it on and then just have them message us. I didn't care if they were bots because it didn't. One thing is we didn't know if they were bots, so we just assumed they were pretty girls or pretty, anybody that was there. We would go on these websites, and that was, I mean, if you do that stuff now, that could lead to actually dangerous situations. Back then, it was probably kind of harmless because no one was really trying to, it was harder to get information and stuff. Yeah, but I must have talked to like tens of bots and like dozens of bots plus actual real people that I met. And looking back, the concept is so weird. Like you're going on these video calls, getting on. I mean, I guess what now would be like Snapchat, and then texting and video calling these strangers from God knows where. That's a bit strange.
I mean, people still get on Omegle, kids, adults.
Yeah, but now it's like you got the videos posted on YouTube and
I
TikTok and
I
stuff.
also think kids just know what to expect.
Yeah, they're definitely smarter than I was. Like, let me tell you, bro.
Yeah. When
You
you
know,
get on the
oh,
internet,
bro, I have a story.
Most kids know what they're dealing with.
Bro.
Like, when you go onto Omegle, you know you're gonna see a.
I'm about to expose myself. I'm about to expose myself right now. But I remember, and keep in mind, I'm like 11, maybe 12, maybe no, I'm definitely like younger than that. And this is how dangerous it was. Thankfully, that my face wasn't in it, but I was texting this girl. I didn't know if it was a girl, a guy, a catfish. Didn't know. I didn't understand that concept either, so it was kind of hard. But I was on Kick, and then I was talking to this person, and they were coming onto me pretty strong. Like I vaguely remember this, or like, oh, do this for me, do this for me. I never did it because I just didn't know what it was, right? And one day they just post, listen, I have a favor to ask. And I was like, yeah, well, yeah, whatever you want. And she goes, I need you to send me feet pic. And I was like, huh? Why do you want my feet pic? And she's like, I have a brother who's gay and he really likes seeing guys feet pic and stuff. And I was astonished. I was like, there's no way this person just asked me.
You should.
I'm 11 years old.
Minimum fee.
No, bro, and I was, and
$10
you know what the thing,
and a little extra.
but you know what the problem with that is that I was so, I mean, gullible isn't even the word. It's like I wanted to appeal to this person so much, a stranger, really,
Did
but
you send the fee pics?
I did.
Bro, you're weak.
I did, bro. To be fair,
I jerk off
to be fair, okay, no. To be fair, no, wait, they weren't mine.
There's no. Oh, you didn't send your own fee pics?
No. I went on the web, but like,
Okay.
but like,
I was about to say, regardless of the situation you were in, if you send your feet pics for another dude to look at them, clearly stating, my brother is gay and he likes feet pics.
right.
Like, someone's gonna like jerk it.
Oh, yeah, but I think you have to. Okay. No, well. First of all, I was at least. I mean, at that point, I'm pretty sure I had my like iPhone 4 or something, so I had the web. So I just went online, searched up but it still felt like as guilty because I was still.
Did the iPhone 4 was that the first introduction to like internet on the phone?
No, there was definitely like I remember I had a flip.
2 and 3 have internet?
No, but I had flip phones that could go on the internet and search up pics. I don't know if you can send them on.
Okay. Because
Regardless,
for the longest
I
time.
don't remember if it was an iPhone 4, but I had an iPhone because I was using Kick, so that was one thing. But I remember and Kick was like a scuffed website or like a scuffed like IO like.
It's scuffed as fuck even more.
It's scuffed, right? Like you could like sending pictures was hard as shit. So basically, I mean, of course, I didn't feel comfortable doing that. But regardless, even if I sent somebody else's feed pic, I still felt like it was weird to do, and I still felt very like conscious of like, oh, did I just do this? Like they might as well have been mine. Like it felt like that basically.
Like give yourself credit because you went to the internet and sent someone else.
Whoa, but I mean, I was that aware.
That's pretty smart,
bro. And this wasn't in like a concurrent like texting session. This was like 2 days after. I was like I was stressing out. I'm like, oh my god, how, do I send this girl the feed? Because in my mind, I wanted to not be not just impress. I mean, I guess you could call it that, but in a fucked up way, I wanted to like appeal to her. It's like, okay, I gotta do this, and then she'll like me or something. So I don't know. Dude, I'm 10, okay? And so
was she that attractive?
On the picture, apparently. Yeah, I think it was a real person, but I think it was just a really, I don't know.
Because I had a similar story where I met a girl on the internet, but then it was like, I can't, to this day, I can't tell you if she's real or not, but like, she started dating some guy like on, that she met through like Hot or Not or something, right? And I followed her on Instagram, and then I was really sussed out because then all of a sudden she's like posting that this guy's a cheater or something. But then I'm like, dude, the kid's young as fuck. He was my age. I'm
dude, so much sus stuff happened.
This is weird, and that's like her pictures were so like, you know how like you could tell someone's fake or not nowadays by like the quality of the picture.
Yeah.
She had like,
it's a lot harder though.
Like some questionable pictures. So I was like, after I saw that whole thing, I'm like, but this guy could have been dating a bot or something.
Yeah. It's a lot harder though. I will say.
Like, that shit's weird. So I like cut that shit off.
Bro,
I didn't even talk to the girl.
I'm gonna be honest though, with the introduction of like deep fakes and stuff, or even just like celebrity photos, it's very. Do you know how many Instagram models? So I was gonna mention that it's also very hard with like I said, with the introduction of like deep fakes. Like, I was gonna ask, do you know how many Instagram models there are in the world? A lot. There's a lot. Yeah. So it's very.
About Dubai?
About like what? What do you mean?
Where they go to Dubai to get shit on for money?
Oh, I heard about that on the Brad Marley or podcast, right? Or something.
Dude, that shit's nuts.
Yeah, that is wild. But I was thinking about it, and I'm like, there's so many, even on like dating apps these days, like Bumble and Tinder and stuff. You see a bunch of I mean, it's hard to tell because like you could simply just get. No, it's not. I mean, it's not even bots. They're real people, but they're just catfishing.
Yeah. That's why I can't. Dude, that's why I feel like I can't stay on those apps for too long.
OnlyFans, bro.
I don't know.
I've deleted them.
I deleted it. If I download it, it's mostly because I'm really, really bored, and like have nothing else to do.
I got it.
Just go on OnlyFans, bro. Like I don't.
But no, it's different. It's not the same.
I'm not trying to see porn. I'm literally just trying to like.
Yeah, dude, you're literally. It's an addiction, bro. You're judging people like, and it's not even.
It feels wrong.
It feels wrong. It feels very wrong. The thing is, I thought I was gonna be the type of person to like, oh, I'm never gonna touch those apps. I'm too, But like, I touched, I made an account, and I'm on them, and it's like, what's it called? You're like disassociating, like everything. Like you're so out of like, I don't know, like perspective. Like I'm just swiping without even realizing that I'm swiping on these people, and it feels like a game.
It feels. I don't like texting to begin with.
Oh yeah.
From even if I get a match, I won't start a conversation because I'm just not.
Dude, that's why people use Bumble, or like guys use Bumble.
But even then, bro, it's like talking to a drywall. I was talking to a girl on Bumble like a couple days ago before I deleted it. And
that is true.
Drywall.
That is true. There are a lot of bro.
I probably sent the best amount of like game I could have spit, and it just went over her head. And
bro, I mean, I definitely don't have game like that. Maybe I'm also just not used to it. But
you don't know until you're put in the situation.
No, but I've definitely been like engaging in conversations, even with the last girl I texted. And bro, it's just like she just came back at me with these like dry, like simple hi, okay, lol. Like
I hate small.
You don't gotta give me a paragraph, but give me the same. Give me the same that I'm.
like this. I'd rather have a conversation like this where we're just going off of bullshit and just we keep going with the.
Yeah, there's no
You
like
don't really get that through text.
people-
How's your day? Like
people
I
need
don't
like
know,
structure in texting as if it's something that you're gonna like. If you got into a relationship, would you have structure in what you talk about? No, you just talk about your day and like what what's up and like
Dude,
whatever you want.
or you guys don't text at all. You're like, babe, what you do today? Babe, can we meet up? Like
For real, some people prefer just like calling too. Something. I mean, I don't know.
yeah.
Yo, texting is exhausting, man. Like it
Texting is annoying as fuck.
texting is really annoying.
Like texting in a group chat is like whatever because it's like an open conversation.
And you guys are bouncing off each other. Yeah.
Yeah, or you're talking to about something. It's like a mini podcast in a sense.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
like when you're texting one-on-one, it's such a like demand.
It's such a hassle. Yeah.
It's like there's some times I don't like pick up my phone for hours in a day, and I could be texting someone or they sent me a text and I'm not gonna see it, and then like they'll bring up like, bro, you didn't see my text message for like 4 hours. I'm like, bro, like
I'm not on my phone. Yeah, I get that. I
if you
get
start
that.
texting me individually, you're expecting me to take time out of what I'm already doing just to message you, which takes away from whatever the fuck I'm doing, whether it's like recording music or like
But I think
Twitch streaming or like.
I think the
doing stuff,
opposite's
that's
also
just
the
not-
I think the opposite's also the issue sometimes where like people expect you to wait a certain amount of time for you to
Just
text
call,
back.
bro.
But, dude, that's just,
That's even worse.
dude, that
I just
had
don't get
an experience
that.
Like, I had an experience like that where like where a friend of mine tried hooking me up with a girl,
Mhm.
and then I've met the girl in real life. She's nice and stuff, and like she's really pretty, but like she was sending me messages 4 hours after I did it. So I was like, after I left her on open, I'm like, I'm not gonna send the next message expecting a 4 hour reply again because it's
Yeah.
like, bruh,
And I don't
I
people
don't have 4 hours to waste.
but to be
But if you're
yeah.
texting, mean that you're not on urgent unless you're calling, then it's urgent.
Yeah, but no one calls like it. I mean,
But
it's
texting
so
in
weird.
general, it doesn't mix like
Back then,
because you're
listen.
not expecting an immediate response. That's when
Okay,
you text.
I think that's the mentality.
I think it's different from person to
Yeah. I think that's the mentality most people have with texting. But I'm gonna be honest. Back in the day, on the Omegle days and the Kick days, like getting into that video call was like or like a voice call was like the thing to do because people wanted validity and credibility, right? So people wanted to know, okay, who am I talking to? How do you look in real life, or real life? Now it's like, dude, you like, bro, did I tell you guys a story? I mean, it's a very small story. When I was in high school, and I was actually, wait, was I dating? I don't know. I don't remember if I was dating my ex yet, but I was in English class, and there was this girl that I found attractive. Yeah, I wasn't dating this is the year prior to that. No, this is the year prior to that. I remember.
Okay,
I was in class
kidding.
and there's this girl. She's cute. She's also very like, those types of girls that you meet and you're like, this girl's everything I say is probably just going over her head. Like
Yeah.
in a way that it's like, she might be a little,
An
in her head. Yeah.
I mean, I go over your head. I never get that.
Like okay. So for example, I would talk to her, and her humor was just so like very like she's kind of like side-eyed me like this. I'm like, what are you doing? Like this isn't. But anyways, we were in English class, right? And we would sit
that's
together.
What you mean by go over her head?
So for example,
Gia, if I make a joke to like, you remember that one time we were
or a remark, not even a joke.
and I made that one joke about something about we're not all up or, like, down.
joke, yes,
We're not
that
all
joke,
up,
yes,
right? You're the only one that got it.
To
but
be fair,
everyone else didn't understand it, so it just went over.
yeah. But to be fair, that's even harder because in the context of text, it's harder. But anyways, this is in person, right? You're reading my body language, I'm reading yours. This is a very extent, and so I'm talking to her, and I do think she's cute, right? And I do dig that type of personality, but she was also just very hard to engage with. Maybe she just wasn't interested. That's fine. But anyways, we're in a group, and everyone, when they're like in a group project, we usually exchange like Instagram, Snapchats, and knowing me who doesn't have Instagram, Snapchat, or any of that, I go up to her and I'm like, oh, and she's like, oh, let me get a Snapchat. She asked me, and I'm like, oh, I don't have Snapchat. Can I get your number? And the look this girl gave me when I said that, it was like disgust. Like she was like, how dare you ask me for my phone number? And now my Snapchat, where you can see my location. Like, bro, I don't, or like where you can see like photos of me and stuff. At least with a phone number, that's all I get.
Phone number is way too important to share.
Exactly. People make it out to be like phone numbers are worse than like, I would argue.
Like no matter what like either on Instagram, social media, like any type of social media, you still can block them. Like even on your phone, you can block them too.
That's true. It was so funny because it's like it's like, wait, you don't have Snapchat? Are you human? Like, I mean, first of all, I've never liked the app, and I'm sure people that, and I'm sure people that have used it for a long time can also abide by it by saying, you know, that they're like, oh, I'm not really too into it and stuff. It's okay if look, I'm totally okay for using apps like social media as a marketing scheme, businesses, stuff like that. But for personal use, I don't really find much use in them in terms of posting and stuff. So when she told me that, I was like, you know,
I mean, I kind of get it because it's like, especially, it's like Facebook where it's like your family members are all like in a group.
True. I understand that. Yeah.
Other side of the world, so it's like you're posting your like updates, and then it's like something you talk about if you see them again.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not. It's like just so people keep up with you. But
yeah,
I don't know.
But rather than just use Facebook, why you?
I just felt so demoralized. Like I felt so.
I think it's just modern.
I just felt so
More
shitty.
individual-wise, I think.
I don't know.
Like
I can't.
like compared to Instagram, it's more individualized. Like as like posting wise.
I mean, I can't tell you because I only use it to keep my streak with Juan alive. But from what
that's another thing. That's a weird, like, I've never Can you explain? Like seriously, explain to me the psychology behind wanting to keep streaks. If it's a competition thing, then like
there's no. I mean, I think for me and Juan, it's kind of got into a competition thing.
How many?
It's like,
how many you guys have?
To give you the exact number, hold up, because it's big.
Is it more than a year?
Get on the calculator. Get on the calculator and calculate how many days.
Okay. Or like yeah.
931 days.
That's probably like 3 years, right? 1,000 what?
Yeah, around 1,931. It's whoa. It's like
more
4
than 3 years,
plus.
dude.
Yeah,
What
it's
the?
like 4
Your
years
math
plus.
sucks.
Oh yeah. Wait, 1,000? No, I thought you said 1,000.
1,931.
Yeah.
There's 365 days in a year times 4. It's like around.
It's 5 and like a quarter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think for me and Juan, it's like a flex.
That's true. That's kind of the same thing.
Because we're like best friends.
True.
So it's like we've had that streak for 5 years.
Right. I think of it as like the same thing as like, maybe not the same, but like kind of like keeping like the full chat.
Like but I get.
But you don't send streak though.
I get.
Yeah, you don't, but
like I get why people would rather you have their Instagram than your phone number because
I do. I also do. It just felt really shitty.
Personal because
I don't think it's more personal.
I think it is in a sense.
I think now.
To me.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, in no matter what way, I can just block Lou.
That is true.
Picture like what you post picture on your goddamn phone contact? No, you don't.
The thing is, I'm just not used to texting on those apps. That's the main difference.
But I think it's like, it's easier to like avoid talking to someone if they just send you a DM.
I will say.
And you getting the message.
Okay, I do get it. Okay,
that's more annoying.
I do understand that giving someone your Snapchat or your Instagram or any type of social media would be better for validity too, because you would be able to see their posts. You'd kind of be able to paint a picture of what kind of person they are based off that. If you just if you're just texting them through your phone number, it's a little bit of like secrecy. It might feel like this person.
No.
But then it also depends like how you met. Like if we met, yeah, it depends. It depends
on person. I just feel like
personally, I'd be down to give you my phone number before anything else. But but it depends on the context. Because if I meet you, like, if you're just texting me randomly, I need to know who you are. But like if it's like dating apps and stuff, like I might have already seen you, so it's fine for me to text you on phone numbers.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess the phone, like Gio said, it's like the same shit, but I don't know. I guess people have more of a personal attraction.
They do. Or like the social medias, you mean?
Like with Instagram and stuff, you can control the image you want that person to see. In a sense.
True.
On the phone, you can't control whatsoever because there's no image to control.
I mean, you can send pictures, and I get you. I get what you mean, though. I get what you mean.
But it's like blocking someone's phone number is like, who I don't see a lot of people that do that shit.
I don't do that a lot. I might do it if it's a.
Don't share your phone number.
I do.
Dude, a lot of people have my phone number.
Oh, yeah, but they don't text you on phone number. That's why you don't block them on
people
phone
who
number.
don't text me or don't call me. Yeah, but
Bro,
exactly.
I've realized how I have a lack of friends on like phone.
You know how annoying a person can be if you give them your phone number sometimes? I had a guy one time call me who would call me randomly at like 2 in the morning.
Yeah, I had that too.
I mean, they can call you on Instagram too.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
But you can have notifications blocked on Instagram. You can
block
calls.
on your phone
Like,
too.
No. But I'm saying like notifications entirely. On
Yeah,
Instagram,
you.
Yes, you
like,
can. You can
if
turn
you
it
get a
off the
phone-
ringtone and you don't see shit. You don't hear
Yeah,
shit.
I mean, I have my ringtone off, but I still get the calls and I get the vibration.
Regardless,
You don't
I
get the
think.
vibration at all. You shouldn't
It
get the
doesn't,
vibration.
it doesn't stop. Is what I'm saying is it doesn't stop it from coming through.
Yeah, like I had a similar situation where like this guy would just keep. I mean, eventually he stopped because
Well,
like.
it's the same thing as you blocking them on Instagram.
Yeah, but if I lift my phone up, it's like I'll see their calls and their missed messages, and you know what?
I'm gonna be honest.
If you have someone that's like weird, sending you like 50 messages, and
Yeah.
you just met them or something.
Also, those are probably the type of people to first share their phone number and not their social media. At least that's what I think. No, cause bro, I had a guy I met in Puerto Rico, and nice dude. I mean, we were friends while I was there, right? But you know, it's kind of like an unwritten like rule where like, or an unspoken rule where like once you leave a country, you don't keep in touch with the people there that often. It's not like me being like an asshole. It's just
it's like when you go from state to state.
yeah. Like most of the people I met in Vegas are not friends. I had a girl friend,
Wow.
that
Girl
pause.
friend. That way you know it's not.
Yeah, and she, you know, and I was no, because this was during the time that I was in my
It's one of his third girlfriends at the time.
anyways,
Female friend. There you
she
go. How do I know
female friend, sorry, yeah, so female, so yeah, and she was really like a really cool person, and I remember 2 years. I've only been here for 3 years, so basically like a year and a half into being here is the last time I actually ended up calling her, like calling, and but that actually lasted a while. Like imagine a year and a half after you've already moved out of the state, you're still talking to the person. That's about the max that you should get. If you do more, okay, if you do more, it's because you're like really tight with this person. Like you're but I had met this girl like a year prior. So and I was only in Vegas for like max 3 years.
But you're probably closer to that person than he was to, because you still play video games with your friends from fucking Malaysia or like China, like you said.
Bro, I forgot half of my friends' names from.
Close to you.
I forgot everyone's name from Cuba.
Like,
Are you kidding me?
Mathew was close to you, and it was very easy because we would get on and play video games.
Yeah, that's also true.
Like, it's not something.
That's also true. I mean, we're technically like I mean, I haven't seen Gia. Well, I have seen him, but I'm saying like.
You haven't seen him in real life in a long.
No. I've seen him in real life. I saw him. You know, I saw him this year. It was.
Did we?
We've.
We did not.
Okay, but it's definitely.
Yeah, I've seen Jill like 3 more times this year than like.
That is true. But
last time you saw Jill was a little.
You know what the thing is? Okay, you know what the thing is? I think it's very easy for us nowadays to have a little bit more control of when we want to see each other. Like realistically, if I wanted to go to Tallahassee tomorrow, I could technically do it if I wanted to.
Yeah.
So that's an option that I have now that when we were kids we didn't really have. So I get that sentiment. Like I'm also just not gonna go to Vegas. I'm not gonna see this female friend in Vegas. I'm not gonna do that. One, I have no interest in doing so, and second, it's Vegas. I'm not going back to that shitty ass state. But yeah, the whole idea with like what's it called? No, I'm looking at the time. We've got like, oh look, we're already at an hour. That's wild.
Yeah, it's all good. Yo, by the way, did you notice how this thing right here says intro?
But not my.
Wait,
It says intro too. Look.
is mine backwards?
My backward.
Oh.
Mine's for me is backwards too.
Oh yeah.
Here.
Yeah. It says
I didn't notice it said that. We didn't even put that there.
Yeah. Well, we gotta.
Default background.
Now we definitely need to like. Can we buy those? Like, is that something you can do?
You need a server boost, my boy.
No. I meant like not in. Oh, I guess you need to put customization, which is kind of weird. But yeah, no. To
be fair, I don't think Well, keeping contact is one way, but if you want to keep contact, you have to have topic. But when you don't have something in common, wise, except like going to school together, then you really don't have a topic to talk about. Unless you
That
talk
is,
about politics,
that's
let's
true.
go on. Like this is something that we all have common, right? But other than that, nothing is really in common.
That is
whatsoever,
true.
so-
I do think also gaming makes it very easy too. I mean, if we weren't gaming, I mean, I'd still like Gia disagrees with me wholeheartedly. This guy thinks that if we're not playing games, why are we on Discord? I understand him to some extent, but I'd be okay with just chilling in the Discord call. If,
I mean, we've done it a bunch of times.
right, but
But what my
Gia
perspective
says-
was,
Uh-huh.
the reason why we were like on Discord, like in
primarily, yeah.
is
is for
literally, like,
gaming.
hop on and
True,
play games.
true.
Other than that, we would just hop on WhatsApp, like
That is
Yeah,
true.
But now it's gotten to the point where it's like, I mean, most of us do different shit on the computer all the time. Like,
well,
bro,
because of COVID
I'll be-
nowadays, because
yeah,
we can meet up
but
before.
I'll be playing Duel Links and Gia's here sitting on the second monitor watching a fucking video. Like
That's
watching a
true.
show.
Or I'm
He
what?
does shit all the time. He's always like, "Oh, I'm watching a show." Oh,
Yeah, but he'll be reading manga. He'll be reading manga like during the games too. No,
Yeah,
but
he'll read during a game.
no, but I mean we do that too.
It's
Like,
easier to hang out too.
bro, I'll eat at, like
I mean, look, if your female friend have Discord, and then she play game, there you go. Like, you want to keep in contact. That is
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I guess.
But
Yeah.
when we're saying that keep in contact, we have to have something in common. We can't just say the reason why we were here because it's too old for us to have in common. You know what I mean? Like it's been
It's been too long.
long
That's
since we
right.
had
That's right.
friendship.
We're not just like 1 year. People that we meet. Yeah, you're right. You're
we
right.
don't need something that in common.
You're
to keep
right.
up.
We really don't. We really don't.
I mean, I guess. I get. So, like, for example,
We have a lot of things in common though. Like,
do you still play with your friends from Malaysia still? Because I know last
Yeah.
time you talked about it, right? But
Yeah.
they're close to you. Like,
Yeah.
so you keep in contact with them because they're close. But I feel like
Well,
in a
but
situation
other
like
than that, we
Matthew's-
don't.
But you can't see them. besides
Listen, bro,
video games.
I'ma
How
be-
How often do you play video games with them? Who just slammed the
Like,
door?
when he's not with us. So
No, because his friends have to play at a different time.
true.
Right,
The
weekend,
time
the
difference.
But like every weekend you play, or like just
almost every
sometime?
Sunday morning. Yeah.
every Sunday.
Okay. That's a nice
But
little.
you keep in contact like weekly. That's still good, but I feel like Matthew didn't create that much of a bond.
Bro, let me tell you, bro.
to
I
hitting up this girl every week.
it's not just a
I
girl.
feel-
You
I
know
feel
how
it's
much
very-
I've
it's
moved
very
too
easy to
much.
grow apart if someone.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
Wait, hold on. Even as we talk about this, right? Really, this is a compressed podcast, right? I had to have a really
Go,
question
go.
I had.
Oh, now I'm curious. Go for it.
Like, because you were saying that having a female friend, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, will you actually believe it's a friend only if we go really deep into the bond?
Oh, I know what he's talking. Okay,
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. So
Right? Because usually you don't make a move unless you like find it.
no,
interesting,
but to be
right?
fair,
Then people would confuse whether it is.
I get it. They'll confuse friendship for like attraction or shit. I get it.
that happened to me throughout my freshman.
Oh
to
no!
my
But
my
wait, that's
junior
not your
year.
case. I'm talking about Matthew case. Cause
Yeah,
Matthew
yeah.
case, the case is a little special because he's like, if he does make the move, then he will be like,
But-
she would suspect that is this like he's trying to make a move, or he just wanted to keep it as a friend.
That would have also been cheating at the time. Okay, so here's how the timeline works. Like I met her.
Okay, let's just say the assumption is you're not dating that time. You were single.
Would I be interested in her?
No, not that you were interested in her. If you make a move, would she consider?
Yeah. She. The thing is, okay, I'm not gonna lie to you. We were, maybe I'm still weird like that, but like we had a very, it wasn't like talked about, but it was kind of expressed that we would have a very open like relation like not like everything was on the table. We would tell each other everything super honestly. It was never like for example, we would constantly she would constantly have boyfriends. Red flag. But
Oh.
and so I would straight up tell her like, listen, this guy, and she'd want the advice. She'd be like, listen, the feedback. Like, I want you to be completely honest with me, and I'll be super honest with you.
Do you believe that?
We had at one point we had rated each other, and to the point where it was like, oh yeah, we like each other. Like, we definitely like each other, but we'll keep it as friends just because why not?
I think that's what you're just getting at. You think you could be a friend with a girl, just that.
If you make that move, like,
you think you could be a friend with a girl, like legitimately.
Legitimately a friend.
No, wait, that's too general. I would want to be more specific. Is that when you move out of state,
Mm-hmm.
and then you make the move, like you want to keep in contact with her? Will you guys just stay as a friend, or will you just?
We stayed as like we stayed as friends. We would like, she would call me, talk about
going out of state and then make a move, like not to make a move, but like keep in contact with her.
Mm-hmm.
Will you still believe that
what?
That you guys gonna be friends?
Oh,
Or
no.
You're gonna go more.
No, the only reason is because when I
assume that you're trying to hit on her.
Exactly.
When I'm out of state,
with her now.
when I'm out of state,
Try to get in contact
with her now because I'm single.
The friendship. No. Like,
No.
Just rekindle the friendship. in
Exactly.
general.
She wouldn't. She wouldn't.
Do you think?
You know why she wouldn't?
She would think you're making a move on her.
You know, I think she would think, but she would also know that I know that. Like, she would be okay. She knows that we've definitely, like, when I say that we rated each other, we meant like on like an attractiveness level, because we were very like, I was like, listen, like, you're a really pretty girl, like, I'm sure you could get, because she was always like super depressed about like not being able to find a boyfriend and stuff, and so I was that guy, but I was also okay with it because, one, I wasn't really interested in her and that. Bro, you gotta understand, most people in my scenario would be trying to hit on the girl.
Mm-hmm.
I'm playing around.
Dating, yeah.
I was not only dating. I was playing around with this person, but it wasn't in like, I don't know if you guys can understand this.
Stream on YouTube and she watch it, yo. That's kind
But
of.
no, not playing around. Like, she was aware of it. It was like hyper. It's like, imagine you telling somebody everything, like, in that regard. I told her, listen, you know that I know that you're pretty, and the same thing back. But we never took another step. One, because I was dating.
Are you saying you're a playful flirt? Is that what it is? That you were flirting playfully without making it serious? Because
maybe
sometimes I flirt with women, but it goes swing left.
Okay, exactly. It was a playful flirt, but but every time I would talk to her, I was like, this is somebody that I genuinely wouldn't want to lose in terms of friendship. It was just that, right? Because she was a really cool person, like, regardless of her looks or anything like that. It's not like she was like, oh my god, like, this person's.
What was your idea of like? Then what was your idea? Was were you like having a female as a friend, or you guys have to move on to another one? You know what I mean? Like, do you actually stay as friend?
Yeah.
Like, not just saying her, like, not her, generally. Why?
So this is she had a friend who I was also friends with, but I was not as close with. Maybe it could have been because I wasn't as attracted, but I think that's just because she was more like regressed. Like, she wouldn't talk as much. This person was also very like communicate. She was very like open and stuff.
What I mean is that, what's your idea? Like, do you believe that guy and girl can stay as friends forever?
Without growing emotional.
You'd have to. No, I do not.
Okay, so then with that perspective, like with that mindset, and then you still being friend with her, this is sus. Like, you know what I mean? You contradicted yourself in there.
Oh no, I get it. I get what you mean. Yeah.
Boy and girl is
5 years. 5 years later, we could be. But if she shuts it down, I'm totally okay with staying. Like, I'm not gonna have like resentment, or like, I'm not gonna be like.
You're gonna put it distance. Or you're gonna
No, I'll stay close. Even if I like, you could just be like, I'm not okay. I was interested in you. You said no. That's fine. We can kind of skip the awkward stuff and just.
Personally, I believe that boys and girls cannot be friends. Like,
even if like, what if you've been like friends for years?
You say that, but we actively have a friend that's a girl.
Exactly. That's why.
Okay, but to be fair, I'm gonna set it straight. I'm gonna set it straight for her to hear this.
Still friends.
No, but I'm
saying like you don't.
gonna set it straight for her. Okay, look, we all know who we're talking about here. I'm gonna set it straight.
It's getting really close. Like, you know what I mean? Mathew is getting really close. He's
I
talking.
get that.
Exactly. So
Okay, but
I think it's harder for the girl to be a friend with you because look, in high school there were a couple times, and I'm an active flirt, like with the boys, with the girls. I didn't care, but sometimes I didn't mean that shit, and I've broken 2 girls' hearts. One of them that sat next to me in class.
I've
had
definitely
her head down the whole day.
I've definitely
after I told her like it wasn't gonna fly, but it's like for me, I didn't give a fuck because
I think it's a culture wise.
it was a friendship. Like to me, she was a good friend. Sometimes I fuck around, flirt, you know, jokingly, but I do that with everybody, you know. Sometimes I call Gia hot. Sometimes I call Mathew hot. Like it's like
yeah, no, I'm always hot. That's not okay.
Exactly.
No, bro, no.
Like,
Yo, that's
it's harder. It's harder for the woman because I feel like they might catch feelings before you do, if anything.
I wanna go over that a little bit because I've definitely maybe thought that I've broken hearts, but maybe it's not necessarily like broken, but I've like let somebody down because I don't think I've especially when I was in Puerto Rico, bro, there were a lot of you know how like when you're new to a country, like people are like, oh, you know, new to school, people are like, oh, look at him. When I was in Puerto Rico, there was that feeling of like, who's the foreigner? Like I was the only foreigner before Lewis, who was the other kid who ended up becoming one of my good friends in Puerto Rico, came from the States. I was the only guy from the States, and I was like, I was new. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm like good looking or anything, but it you know,
it was different.
It was different because
they're used to like them just speaking Spanish with that accent
and having the same. I would also dress a little bit differently.
Like,
Not
hot as fuck.
I would yeah no. I would also like dress a little differently. Not anything crazy because we had uniform too. But I had a level of like sort of I carried myself a little differently when I was in Puerto Rico. Not in like a boisterous way, just normal, right? And so, for example, there were a lot of girls that they were very, very friendly with me. But it wasn't, also guys were friendly, but girls specifically were very friendly. And I knew for a fact that there were these 3, by the way, I was a sophomore, so I was 10th grade. There were these 3 freshman girls who were specifically, they were eyeing me like they were, you know, like they were like, huh?
Fuck boy.
They were eyeing me like they were eyeing me like how some people prey on like I'm not even kidding, like that's the type of thing I got. There was specifically this one girl who I could tell, and this was me being 15, 16 years old, being very gullible and stuff, but I could tell this girl, like if I just told her, if I would have just said, you want to go out, she would have been like 100% yes. I knew that for a fact, like 100%, but I never gave her that one because I'm an idiot and I'm just like dumb. Because she was really pretty. I don't know why I didn't. A thing also was I knew that I was gonna eventually leave Puerto Rico, so I was like, I wasn't trying to do anything. I wasn't trying to like actively.
Right, kept the distance. Exactly.
Yeah. I did that.
Is that
yeah.
When you friend with a female, right? Whether it is like, because I don't say that you want to get too close.
Yo, who the hell is breathing into the mic? that. Okay, go ahead.
I feel like you want to get too close with a female because eventually
true.
it's gonna be misleading.
I almost got beat up. I almost got like the shit knocked out of me because I was there were these there were these twins in the school, and they weren't necessarily I was kind of in like my tomboyish, like I like tomboy-ish girls, right? So that was kind of like my type at the time, and they were like they were like the definition of what a tomboy, you know, was or is. And so I liked one of them. I liked one of the twins. Specifically one. Like they were very, you know, I could differentiate them. And they always had this dude, 6'5", 7". It was huge dude. Around them all the time in a very like casual way, but I could tell this guy was like trying to get to them, but they were just like, nope, I ain't into you. You know, they kind of it was kind of like they had friend zoned them like a long time ago, and I came in and we texted and she was interested in me. I could tell as well, and I felt like I'm gonna get the shit. I'm gonna get the shit knocked out of me. Like if I'm not careful, this guy's gonna think I'm like trespassing on like his friend group. So I was out that and a couple other things. Also by like the 6th or 7th month mark, where I was about to leave, like I had a month left. School was almost over. I kind of distanced myself from everybody. Like everybody, there was a point where I was like, I'm not staying here any longer. So what's the point of, like, it got to the point where the last month that I was in Puerto Rico, the last like month and a half, the school was out. This was the most boring time. It was literally wake up, go on my phone, go on my Nintendo and play Pokemon. I must have watched, unironically, I must have watched 40 something animes in the span of a month and a half. And that was just me binge watching, and not even animes. I would watch like regular TV shows. Like I'm pretty sure that's when I watched the entirety of Smallville. Which is a long fucking show. And so I would do that for a month and a half. I was so like mentally exhausted and emotionally because I was just at home all day, waiting for my parents to finally book the tickets to go, because it was from there to Vegas and then from Vegas to here. So Vegas was fun. Vegas, I had a lot more friends. My first year in Vegas, so because we were in a international school, there were kids from Spain and stuff. These girls were but anyways, the first year there's this girl, and I'm already trying to like, I'm like, hey man, I'm in 11th grade, I don't talk to females, I need to get it going, even just for practice. And this Korean girl, I could tell, I mean, I thought she was Korean, I don't know, but that's when it started. I saw her. She was an exchange student, right? So I didn't have a single class with her, which made me. I didn't have a single class with her because I think she was a senior.
The thing is, I feel like Mathew is like.
Joe, don't expose me right now, right?
I don't.
I
don't understand the point where. Because personally, I don't know. Like I never met the one that like I would really want to date. Because for you, it's like the one that is pretty. Boom. That's the criteria.
Okay. I'm gonna settle this. I'm gonna settle this ongoing debate on looks, on lookism, because that's what it is.
Exactly. That's the two criteria that Mathew have, and then boom, that's it.
Wait, what is it? Wait, what are they?
The girl that he's looking for.
You can't be talking to a drywall.
Oh yeah, no, like I definitely can't. But the thing is, it's not that there's two criterias. It's that, for example, okay, so
because I never met the one that I really wanted.
Okay, to be fair,
because most of the time you start with yo, she's pretty, boom. Like you started with that. Like,
do you know what? It's not even that, bro. When I saw my ex, I wasn't looking at like her. I was looking at her outward, of course, her outward appearance, of course, but I was also looking at her body language, and the way she carried herself told me that she was a very genuine and nice person. Like I don't know how to explain this to you about a body movement or body language, but for example, she would talk to others, and I'd be, you ever see like Euphoria, and like Nathan, like that like meme about like him like staring at a girl, like, but that's like a very like creepy way. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't be that close. I'd be like across like the patio, or like across the goddamn lunch cafeteria and stuff, and I'd see her talking to people. This was like weeks before I ended up, because I mean, I met her like 2 weeks into school, so it was really just like the first 2 weeks that I ended up doing this, and then afterwards I was just like, I introduced myself. This was the first person that I actually like got the balls to just introduce myself in a very organic manner. I had never done that before, and I could tell that I was serious about this because I would never have done that if it wasn't for that situation, right? So I could tell that she was a very like genuine person by the way she would handle herself. Like she would be very like expressive, hold eye contact with others. I could see that, and that already told me this person's attractive. Not necessarily her looks, because it's not like she was, and I'm being genuine. It's not like she was like the talk of the school, right? Like I remember, I mean, Juan could attest to this. That there was this girl in our elementary who every single person was just fawning over.
I even know who the girl is.
Maria.
The same school.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Anyways.
Because I'm so confused.
Yeah.
Because when you when you date her, right?
Uh-huh. It took us 9 months.
Was it just because the first impression, or like that's the main factor, or the 9 month like being like talking to each
No,
other?
definitely. Like I was definitely interested. Like my first
when you
impressions.
started talking her, that was what you were aiming at the whole time. Like bow and arrow, that's what you're shooting for when you start talking to her.
I'm okay. My genuine feelings when I first saw her was, I have to meet this person. It doesn't matter if it's a relationship or like a romantic one. It doesn't matter if it's a just a paternal. I need to meet this person
Damn.
So your intention wasn't to meet her
and date her.
for a dating purpose.
No, it was not.
Damn.
It was just me.
Never
Like
had that feeling
I
before.
saw her and I was like, this is someone that I need to at least have in my life
Uh-huh.
for just I needed a friend, right? And so because I didn't have many friends in Vegas,
Mhm.
and so I was like, it'd be nice to, and so I just kind of got out of my comfort zone, wanted to talk to her, and then in the 9 months that we were talking, and to be fair, like you ever get to that one point during a relationship? I mean,
No.
maybe not for
but-
Gia,
literally,
but like
I'm sorry.
but like it got to a point.
Commitment, disgusting.
It got to a point where we would without thinking we would meet each other at the bus stops, and we would try to find each other, and like it was little things like that, and then eventually it got to us doing stuff together. We would be very, and keep in mind she was from another culture, so I didn't think touching was that much, but you know, we were like touchy, not in that way, but you know, like a playful manner.
Yo, I don't want to listen to this anymore. It hurts my feeling, bro. Like,
And
I
then
never date someone before.
So-
Like, it
so-
just so.
Wait.
it was a genuine really.
I want to get into Gia because he says he's never. So Gia, you don't look at a girl and then you're like,
Bro,
"This girl's
I
pretty."
think when
I
Angel
wanna
said
go talk to her.
when Angel said he was asexual, that was bullshit. Gia's asexual, bro. Let's
Like when you see
I
a good
agree.
pretty, right? Like,
yeah.
when you see a good pretty, okay, that's fine. But I don't have the urge of dating her.
Okay. No, wait. Before you say anything, hold on. I want to say, forget dating.
Uh-huh.
Genuinely, are you ever like aren't you ever? I mean, without saying the word, aren't you ever like attracted? Like, okay, I want to do something. I kiss,
Sleeping with the girl.
sleeping,
No.
anything. No, there's no like.
No,
There's
I
no,
just
like,
think that
switch.
okay, she's like pretty.
I mean, I've never really thought about
And
that.
what am I gonna do with it? Nothing.
What do you mean? Okay. But is that you being
First of all,
nervous?
It's not that I'm gonna jealous about her beauty, right?
Okay.
Second of all, what am I
Bro's
gonna do with
jealous.
beauty? It's not
but,
mine.
But okay. But like even then, there's never been like a girl like that you've just had a crush on in your classes because she's like smart. But she's
Unless
also
no, then
pretty.
that's a different story. We talking about want to have sex, or we just want to have
I'm talking about in general, like the initial
Dating.
attraction, whatever makes you attracted to a woman.
Okay, have you ever looked at a girl or a guy? I'm not judging. Listen, bro, I've looked at some dudes. Look.
Yo,
Let me stop right there. Let me stop myself right there. No, but seriously, have you ever looked at somebody and besides attraction, like
Helicopter? No, like what the fuck? Like
what?
He looks at helicopters and he just wants to.
No. But like, have you ever looked at someone and been like, it'd be nice to get to know this person? Just
Okay, if you're saying that, because we really have a lot of like definition as friend. Like we're sex friend, we're friend, we're girlfriend, boyfriend. We have like all kind of stuff, right? Like so.
hold on.
Because there's so many definitions. So then when you say like, okay, you want to have sex with somebody, right? Let's just say
Mhm.
we go one by one. You want to have sex with like that girl? Maybe yes. Like having sex wise, because she's pretty, right? 'Cause that's the first
Right.
definition,
Yeah, it's
But then-
natural,
But
right?
then when it's come to dating wise, like having a crush, then no, like not haven't met the person that really want to date.
You might just have really high
When you never met
standards.
a person, you just look at it and you're like.
Okay, so that.
But you've talked to plenty of girls in high school.
But okay, that debunks the asexuality thing. That debunks it, cause I know for a fact, like, and I'm not gonna like, what's it called, generalize here, but
yeah.
I'm pretty sure asexuals, in definition, aren't. Some of them do enjoy like the act of sex and stuff, but they're not. That's not their first foremost thing. Like they're not. They have a different attraction than like just the like straight people.
I've never met a girl that like, yo, I have to talk to her like yours, like.
Yeah. My situation was also like like I was very frustrated with myself because I was never the type of person like before, like you know Nicole, right? George, the girl, remember that I was like into in Durrell. Yeah. So basically, like since then, I have always like regretted not really talking to her because I really did like her, and I felt bad. Like I felt shitty about myself that I couldn't. I was never the type of person to initiate conversations with people, especially girls, and so I just kind of like had it with myself, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do this. If it backfires, like it's what people say.
Exactly, like,
try again,
your
so
point of view is different because you I feel like you always like having the mindset of like maybe I can date somebody, right? But for my mindset, I don't have that mindset at all. Like
I mean, that wasn't the initial thing. It wasn't necessarily a dating thing.
something that subconsciously that you know.
Subconsciously, I just wanted. So okay, wait, what? Wait, what do you say?
Like subconsciously, girlfriend is a thing to you. Like it's like it's in your back of your mind. Like,
Okay.
you know what I mean?
Do you just like want to like skip that and just go to marriage or something?
No,
like what's
like for me? It's like I don't have that in back of my mind.
Like I think he's saying that even if he's talking to a girl like one on one and they spend a lot of time together, he can't see.
Gia just might not.
More
Yeah. No.
like
I think no.
He's saying that in his back of his head,
I know what Gia's
not
saying.
thinking this girl, like he wants to date this girl.
No, the thing is, I don't think Gia would even talk to that girl in general.
No, just talking to a girl is like the reason. If I'm talking to a girl, I mean that I want to date her, right? That's the first.
Not for everybody.
Unless he's trying to build up that feeling.
I think most guys. Yes.
Okay. An example. One example. I had a friend. I was not. Well, I mean, she was pretty, but she tells me second day that she's lesbian, and that as soon as she said that, I was like, bet now I can just kind of like I can focus now on like just because she was really really cool. I never actually ended up meeting her again because COVID, but she was really really cool, and like she was interested in the things that and she was the only friend I had in college up until now. And then as soon as I heard that, I was like, oh, bet, perfect. I can now like it's almost like okay, you can focus now on like not trying to please her and stuff like that because there is that level of like
Me, it seems like when I talk to a girl, if we get to let's just say if I ever talk to a girl, like talk to a girl, if we get too close, I'll put a distance, like immediately off.
You'll put a boundary. But do you think it's because they're falling for you and you don't feel the same, so you set that boundary,
or vice
in
versa?
general-wise, I don't want to ever have the thought like both.
Oh, I think Gia is just afraid of commit, or not afraid of commitment. He's afraid of. He's not afraid. Sorry, not afraid. He doesn't want to bother. He just doesn't want to bother with that. I think it's too complicated for him to like. Maybe he's like seen. Maybe he's like seen whether it's through media or through any other means, and he thinks this is a pain if I go through with it. Maybe, and that's fine. That's honestly a very valid way to.
I mean, I get it. The whole boundary thing's important. Because if you don't set that boundary, you end up like me, my boy.
Like what? Like what are you?
Shut your ass up.
It's just
what?
letting people down by like not purpose.
Oh, dude, he's a heartbreaker.
I feel like because for me,
no,
right?
I've got my heart broken. It's not on purpose.
I mean, I have two. Well, that's not. I really haven't had. Well,
no, I think it's a culture wise. It's like when it comes to like dating wise.
I was gonna say that, yeah.
Because I don't. When it's committing to somebody, it takes a lot of time and energy.
You're
that thing.
just not willing to do that if someone's not gonna be there.
Exactly.
Yeah, there was an article.
So that even
I respect that. I respect
Wait, repeat that again.
It's like he's basically saying that like when you're dating someone, you're committing a lot of time and energy into them.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't see it going like the distance,
it'll be a waste of time.
Then it's a waste of time.
Yeah. I get that.
I feel this.
I feel Gia that's gonna lead to a lot of issues because if a breakup is inevitable unless you can try to work it out, but sometimes it's just not even like sometimes it's not about you, it's really just about the state of the relationship. And if you break up, it will feel
I'm not trying to aim for multiple relationships. I'm aiming for that one.
and that's where it become. You can do it, but that's where the difficulty lies.
Yeah.
Like
Exactly. It's like that's why I'm saying it's like if,
unless you have your parents arranged marriage, baby, let's. No,
if I have to fail so many times, I have to fail so many times.
I mean,
then no, like
you-
I'm not.
I don't think you're gonna fail so many times.
No?
It all depends. It all depends.
It all depends.
Like,
You have to also.
You could fail one time and hit the second. You could fail one time.
But
and fail the
Gia, that's why.
But what I'm saying is that I don't see myself like being really into a relationship.
That are you more of a career guy? Because listen, I saw this article a couple years back about how Japanese people like, or this is specifically for like Japanese women who are sorry, not Japanese women, just women in general who are quote unquote called like, I think they're called like career women or something like that. And I don't know, in Spanish it's something else. But basically what it means is it's this new wave of women or individuals who prefer career over relationship. And they want to, it's like relationship is just not even there. Having kids, they're literally called like no kid or like no non-motherhood mothers or something like that. I don't know. It's like it's a weird thing where it's not weird. It's just different.
I rather look. I'm sorry, but I feel like I'd rather look for like a sugar mommy than a fucking girlfriend.
I get it. I get it. I
Like,
get
I'm
it.
sorry, bro. Like
I get it.
at this state, right? I don't know if it's culture wise or just United States, because I feel in United States I see too many broke up and stuff. Right?
Bro, 50% of marriages end up in
Exactly.
divorces.
So
So.
I don't know if this like effective, like influence me to make the decision, and then it's that I don't know if I want to like get into that point.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm just like
Yeah, it's
it's the really
I get it. I get it. It's not. I don't know.
I feel like I'm so ideal.
Like you're happy. Like you're content with the way things are now, and you continue.
I'm seeing romance like dating and girlfriend boyfriend. This relationship so high up that I'm afraid of like.
I get you're afraid of like of doing it wrong, and then
Ruining
it
it,
and then basically being like that, being like what you're seeing.
Yes.
Like
exactly.
gotcha. Yeah,
That's
bro.
why I don't
Honestly,
like-
a lot after having been broken up. I mean, not with, but after like splitting apart, and now that I'm single, it's like I felt at first it's like going through like the 5 stages of grief, but like this is different. Like at first I'm like, this first of all it was also healthy, like a healthy breakup, not a toxic one.
Funny how people say breakup is gaining experience for the next one.
No, that's weird. I mean, I get it.
I mean, I guess I
understand what they mean by it, but don't make it sound like it's like.
But I mean, in a sense, it makes sense because it's like all that time that you wasted on that other person.
I don't count it as wasted.
When you break up for the next, exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like you don't see it as a waste.
I don't. I know some people do.
A learning experience.
If you've had
happy memory.
but if you bro, who was I talking about?
It's too fast paced, bro.
Who was it? Who was it that I was talking?
Yeah. Back then, it's just too fast paced. Like I feel like reaching a year in a relationship nowadays is like
impossible.
Wait, who was it that I was talking about?
You get bored of it so quick, like people.
Wait.
I think that's ADHD, bro.
Who was it?
Everyone at some point.
Who was it that I was talking about? About the pictures on the USB with? Was it one of you two?
Huh?
I was talking to somebody about how like I was talking to you, right?
Me.
About the fact that like, so for example, I told so I told Gia like.
He told both of us that. Yeah.
So I told Gia, whoa, because it came up like, and it's something that it only could happen. Look, if I'm being abused, or like if I'm being in a toxic relationship with somebody, or if I'm in a toxic relationship with somebody, and it's clearly not good for my mental, my physical, or anything, I understand you wanting to just never date again and being very like bitter about everything in life, understandably. But when a relationship ends on a consensual, like both of you can, are like agreeing like, okay, this is probably not good for us long term because we're just going to be more depressed or like more saddened or about the situation. And it was true. COVID was really kicking it to us, right? So we decided to break up. Technically speaking, I didn't initiate it, but I agreed to it on good terms, right? When I we're not even gonna talk about that because I don't even know. But regardless, I had. I'm not somebody that gets a lot of pictures on me, so I have very little pictures of myself on my camera roll. But when I was dating, I had like 200 photos of us together. So what I did was I just took them all, put them in a USB, and I put the USB away. Right, it's like one of my personal ones, and I didn't delete them because it would have felt like I'm sort of deleting my past if I'm just kind of deleting them. Instead, I placed them somewhere where in the future, if I ever, it's just memories, it may okay. It may seem weird for you guys because maybe you guys have never been like I was with this girl. I was with this girl for almost.
One day, bro.
I was.
The feeling of like dating.
I was with this.
Take me out to lunch.
I was with this girl for 4 years, almost 4 years. So we had a lot of.
We go to the rusty whatever that thing is.
But okay. But I feel like I was taught that if you're in a relationship and like you want memories, take pictures by yourself and then with your partner. That way you always have the memory. But
okay, I get.
the other person's in the picture. Like I saw a tweet on Twitter the other day where it was like this girl tweeted some shit like, to all my graduates, do not take a picture with your significant other. Because if you graduate and you're taking that picture with them, right? They're in that picture. So your graduation picture is constantly going to be a memory of a girl or a guy you broke up with. So
Yo,
it's
why are
like,
you taking
why
out your
even do
glasses,
that?
bro?
Because I did the exact same thing. Look, okay, but
Exactly.
okay, but here's the thing. I can look at those pictures and not feel like shitty.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, if your next partner sees that you have those pictures, it's going to be a talking point and it might start an argument.
Exactly. That's what I meant, dude. Why you keep?
And even then,
Yeah, but I'm not gonna show. Okay. First of all,
obviously, you're not.
First of all,
hey, babe.
Like those are things, bro. Okay. I am. Look. I'm all for like transparency in a relationship and trust and everything. But there are certain things that if you just don't show your partner are not necessary. It's not like I'm like secretly like, in 10 years from now when I'm with my partner, I'm gonna go out and meet this ex of mine and But yeah, so there are some things that should be kept like in 10 years, yes, I'm not gonna be like secretly going out and getting up with my ex. Like that's not something. First of all, me as a person, it's just the way, the thing is, people are very toxic these days and people have had a lot of experiences in relationships. So they might think that some things are quote unquote toxic and either through them not trusting their partners and stuff. I think that's my issue. I think that's my Achilles heel, whatever. Like
Trusting your partner.
No, that I would trust them too much. Or that I would expect them to do the things that
You see the cry, you see the tear coming out.
or that I would expect them, or that it's that I would expect them to uphold a certain level of like integrity in a relationship that most people wouldn't keep. Not because they're shitty, just because it's life, and sometimes it happens. But that's what sucks about it, and that's what dude. That's why I still haven't. Like, you think I'm just gonna date anybody, bro? I'm sort of in the same boat as Gia.
But even keeping the pictures, I feel like it's so toxic in such a bad way. Like
The thing is, why do you think it's toxic? Because in my mind, I'm not thinking about that as being toxic.
But I'm just thinking about like those moments when you do feel lonely and by yourself, and then you see those pictures, and then it's like,
Do you have a girlfriend? Do you have a girlfriend?
huh?
Do you have a girlfriend?
I'm saying just like straight up single. Like if you get lonely or something and you see those pictures, you're just gonna feel even worse.
I've never done that though.
Yeah. But you haven't gotten to that point where you need to do that.
No, I have. Bro, I've been when we broke up. I mean, I wasn't like.
Okay. Hold on.
Yeah,
Let it pause because let it pause. The reason why I'm saying this is that look, like me and George never have the dating experience, right? Like,
Oh fuck, did I just be myself? Oh fuck.
like
Yeah,
me
go
and
go.
George never have the dating experience, so we can't say much about it, even
Yeah.
though like your situation, because we never been to your shoe. But what we giving you is perspective is outside.
Outside perspective, I get you.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
we're just saying this.
No, I
We got
definitely,
experience.
I'm not like disregarding the fact that keeping pictures is a little bit of like an awkward thing to do sometimes. But you have to understand, I'm not keeping that. First of all, that thing you mentioned about taking pictures by yourself and with your previous partner, that way you have memories of yourself as well. That's smart. But get what? I don't take pictures regardless. The only reason I took picture, like my camera roll, I'm not even joking with you. Hold up.
The reason why picture exists is for memory.
For memories, right?
I just said that because you're like they're good memories, but like you can remember those memories without having to see a picture of it.
Look how many. Oh wait,
that's what I'm getting at.
Oh wait, I don't think you can see this without the
You have to
thing.
put your
Right?
hand like this, and then and then you have to let them see the hand, bro.
Like, oh wait.
No, behind the phone.
Yeah, I'm doing it. Look in the phone.
There you go.
I don't know if you can see. I mean, you can't see the number, but it's basically just like this. That's it. This is all the pictures. I don't have any more pictures. I'm serious. I don't take pictures, and so because of that, like, and half of these are the fold icons. But I 1, 2, 3. I have 6 photos, 6 genuine photos of myself alone, and so that's one of the reasons. First, I don't have.
I don't take pictures by myself either. I don't like being in photos.
Okay, but it's not just
So
that. I just don't have photos in general. Like,
yeah, but I'm just saying you mentioned memories, but it's like
memories
you
for
can
me.
have those memories without keeping those pictures.
100%. I think a part of me was also like it. How do I explain this to you without it sounding like super, like, hypocritical, right? Because that's the thing. It's like I don't think you guys okay, you know what? Maybe it is because I'm still single. Maybe when I get a new girlfriend, I'd be more compelled to delete the previous photos.
I'm thinking like in the long run, regardless, you're not. How long are you gonna keep those pictures for? Like
that's true.
Like,
also,
dude, even pictures I had of my like homecoming day or like I just deleted. I didn't care.
To be fair, I don't consider pictures for me important, but I think the reason I just kept them was because I
should get a new girlfriend, right?
Yeah.
Delete those pictures.
Oh, for sure. Well, yeah, I guess.
Because regardless, if you hold on to those pictures for
You
how
never move
long
on.
you hold, yeah, exactly.
What would you say?
Like 10, 20 years down the line, if you still have
subconscious.
If you still have those pictures,
it's a subconscious thing that
it's gonna be like it never left. You get what I'm saying?
It's subconscious.
Because you're always holding on to that. Even like the best thing that could happen to you right now is you lose that USB tomorrow.
I mean, if I lose that USB, I lose all my school shit too. That USB has that USB.
Then you gotta change locations, my boy. You gotta throw that shit in like
that USB has everything that I have two USBs. I have 2 USBs. I have one that's that one which is a personal USB, and then
our point is
I know I get you. And you know what the thing is? I think subconsciously, like in the back of my head, I haven't necessarily moved on completely.
Exactly. So the first thing to do to get a new girlfriend is to delete those pictures.
Well, that's the thing. I'm okay.
You're fine with being single right now.
Right now, I'm okay, but it's not that I'm fine with being single. It's that I'm also, maybe it's toxic, maybe it's not. But when what happened? Okay, if you had a girlfriend, you broke up, you're trying to look for a new one.
It's something that will never happen.
You're trying. Okay, but no. Look at the scenario. You have a girlfriend. You break up. You're single. Now you're trying to date again. What are you gonna subconsciously look for? Okay, if the relationship was healthy, you're gonna look for somebody that met your standards for the first one. So you're gonna compare your ex to the suitable person that you're gonna end up being with, not the person that you're talking to. You're gonna try to find somebody that had similar.
I'll find somebody that's similar to my mom.
Or that. Okay, I wouldn't. I'm not. I don't really get that sentiment, but sure.
I don't think if I dated a girl, I would look for the same qualities in the next one, because that's impossible. I think.
Well, not all qualities, my guy. I'm
I
saying,
know, but when I think
and
of
these are very general. So, like,
when I think of dating, I think of a foundation.
this dude's out here taking
If
a,
I
a fucking class and
if I'm talking to the girl and she doesn't meet the foundations,
bro, this isn't
we're never getting to that level.
bro, this isn't an investigation. You don't gotta come up with a strategy for this. Like,
No. No. Because if you're gonna be in my life, there's a level of trust you have to be.
Okay,
to be in
that's
this
a
life.
okay, that's a quality, but that's not something that's
That's why there's certain exactly. But I have a foundation of I expect
yes, of course, and I
every like
and
you
I do
Gio
too.
You and Gio are two different people,
Right.
but the foundations that I have for you two are the same, and you both meet that criteria.
Sure, like we're not like we're not bugging you and we're not annoying like that for example.
Even if you were, if you don't break that foundation, because I don't give
Gotcha.
a fuck if someone's annoying or something, as long as that foundation's
Gotcha.
there,
Okay,
it's
that
fine.
makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, some people. Yeah.
So when it comes to dating, I'm kind of really picky because even if the girl's fine, there's a certain criteria you have to meet, and if you're not breaking criteria, like I'm sorry.
That is true. But that's a great way to look at it. That's a great way to look at it, and I think you worded it pretty good because I was just gonna say, yeah, there are certain aspect, like certain traits that I look for, but it makes it sound like I'm fucking breeding. But
it's like that. There's certain traits.
There's certain traits like there like I could deal because you know how people are like, oh, everyone has red flags. That's true. I can deal with some red flags that maybe other people would not be able to deal with. Like for example, I don't mind if you're a little bit like something that I found was that like, you know, if you're a little bit sensitive, like it's not like a deal breaker to me. Like I'm okay with you being that. But like for example, you can't be a
I just think that like for my foundation is that you have to be better than my mom.
you have to be better than your mom.
That's a lot.
Dude,
that's a lot to expect.
You know what the thing is, bro? My mom, you know what the thing is? I don't know how you guys and your relationship with your mother is. I'm very, very, very close with my mom. Like she's basically like she's also like kind of like my business partner in a way. Like we do everything together. We discuss finance together, everything.
Don't you have when you look for your girlfriend? Isn't it have some part of like fact is part of like from your mom? Like
not really. I'm gonna be honest with you. Unless the one thing that I found that was super similar was like kindness. Like my mom is a very kind person in nature, and my ex had a very kind.
I think
that's very general
because you can never compare most moms. Okay, you can never compare most moms to like finding a partner because we've had good moms. Like we're talking about our moms would probably take a bullet for us even if we didn't ask them to.
Right.
You get me? So you're probably looking for that same like level of loyalty.
Yeah, and you're not gonna get that. You're not gonna get that the first year or 10. I mean,
your mom would do anything for you. Like your mom would cook for you, she'd clean for you. Like there's a shit ton of stuff
you
your
think
mom does.
you
But you
think
can't expect a girl to be better than that.
that's what Gia wants. He wants a woman to cook for him.
forgot, bro.
Like your girl could be like that to your children together, but she's never gonna be like that to you. My mom would probably like not do half the shit she does for me for my dad. If my dad wanted a fucking pet turtle, you think she'd clean the tank? I don't think so. Okay,
True.
but
yep, that's it, bro.
That's a different thing. So I never compare a girl to my mom, especially.
But had to be some sort of like a factor that that your mom has.
Like
that, you know.
she has to care about me the same way my mom does. If I broke my leg or if I'm dying in the hospital and you're not there, like then we have an issue.
Yeah.
Like that's the only basis.
Yeah, that's true. All right. Should we call it here? It's been a while. We can probably call it here.
Well, we have like 2 hours.
We have a little bit less than 2 hours probably.
Yeah, if we cut.
But you're gonna
we cut everything. Not most of it. We're still gonna be like above an hour for sure. All right.
Yeah.
Don't great.
To follow, like,
subscribe, and comment.
I don't know who your favorite host is.
Don't do that. Actually, my heart can't take that. No, but comment like
and what we should talk about on the next.
Exactly. I really want some more juicy.
We're gonna try to drop every Sunday. Follow us on our socials. Coming soon. except mine. Follow me at Gntur. Listen to my music.
I'll put it on the
Gntur
description.
on
Don't worry about
Spotify,
it. I'll
Twitch,
put it
Gntur.
put it on the description, my guy.
Follow us on the Fold Twitter and Instagram.
Yep.
Will be announced soon.
Yep.
And we'll see you guys next time.
Yep. Peace. All right.
I let you down, I was down bad, it wasn't working. I was on my way to the top and they was lurking. Didn't mean to cheat, but it happened out on purpose. No, it wasn't worth it, wanna try and work